Hi everyone, welcome back to the Missoula Marathon and Half Marathon virtual training class. Today I'm going to be talking about tapering and pre-race tips. So if you've never heard the word tapering before, it's pretty common lingo in the endurance sports world. Tapering is generally a 2 to 3 week period before your race when you are actively preparing for your race by reducing mileage and intensity. So usually you're going to reduce your overall workload while maintaining some sort of race-specific effort. This will help you kind of feel rested, but also sharp for race day. So the benefit of tapering is that it allows our muscles to kind of reset and recover, and it also helps us mentally prepare for that major effort we're about to put out. So in this 2 to 3 weeks before our race, we don't want to do anything that's going to create lasting fatigue or cause our body significant stress. So during this tapering period, we want our body to refuel, rebuild, and recover from all of the hard work we put in for the weeks and months prior to the race. So during this time, runs of harder effort or longer runs will only hurt us or potentially hurt our performance on race day. So as we head into this taper period, just make sure you're following your regular weekly running pattern and be sure to reduce or remove any strength or cross training you guys are doing. So essentially you're going to want to run the same number of days per week, but reduce your total mileage per day and per week. And you're also going to want to reduce your daily intensity with that. So most of your runs during the taper time are going to be recovery runs. So generally, if you're training for a half marathon or a full marathon, the taper period is, like I said, 2 to 3 weeks, but it does vary person to person. So don't be afraid to personalize that training plan based on your body and how your training's been going. So if you know you take longer to recover from those hard days, you might need to take a longer taper. But if you typically bounce right back from a hard day, you might not need to taper as long. And just a general rule of thumb, your last really demanding long run is 2 to 3 weeks out, and then your last demanding speed effort, so that would be like a Wednesday run or a Tuesday track, would be 5 to 10 days before your race. So here are a few taper tips as we head into the taper season. You're not going to want to do any extra projects or extra work. You don't want to put any extra significant stress on your body mentally or physically. You don't want to run super fast unless you're training for a fast race. In this case, we're not, so you don't want to do really any speed work. You want to make sure you're eating and hydrating well and avoid excess alcohol, excess caffeine, sweets, fatty foods, so on. You also want to make sure you're sleeping well and sleeping enough. You're going to want to use motivational tools to help you get through the taper, like books and movies. And you also want to prepare your race plans. This will help you stay mentally focused. You want to avoid getting lazy during the taper time. I think that is really the biggest danger of tapering, that we fall into this trap of just being lazy mentally and physically. And then you're also going to want to resist the urge to try anything new during the taper. So by that, I mean trying a new pair of shoes or trying new gels. You want to do what's been working for you. In the 2 to 3 weeks before your race, you're going to want to relax and visualize it. Picture yourself at various points during the race feeling strong and confident, but also mentally prepare for all the what ifs that could go wrong. What if you miss a water station? What if your shoelace comes untied? You want to be prepared for whatever kind of life throws at you that day. So then before your race, you want to develop your race strategy ahead of time. You don't want to wait till race day to do that. So on your race day, you're going to want to follow your normal workout routine. So you're going to want to do your usual warm-up, any stretches and strides, drills, anything to really help you feel warmed up and ready to go. And make sure you allow for enough time to use the bathroom. You'll also want to avoid negative people and avoid excess stress on race day. And you're going to want to allow yourself time before the race to kind of rehearse your goals and your strategy to achieve those goals. And then most importantly, not really in this situation where we're running virtual races, but in the future, just keep in mind you're going to want to make a checklist of what to bring or what to wear. I think the key to success during the taper and right before a race is just being prepared for anything that might happen, mentally or physically. So as we head into this taper period, you're going to find yourself with more time. More free time, that is. You're going to be spending less time on your feet. So just make sure you're taking the time to rest, recover, and kind of de-stress. If you guys have any questions about the taper or maybe how to personalize your taper, please just reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you. Thanks for watching this video.